What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, we're talking about video game stuff. And obviously there was a lot of discourse around Highguard closing down. Which, you know, makes sense because the game kind of flopped. Which, you know, I feel sorry for the people who worked on it for so long, and then the thing they made didn't get received very well. But then it turns out that it doesn't fucking matter at all, because you can have the greatest selling game of the previous year and still end up unemployed. Did you guys see the news from EA? Like, what the fuck? What in the absolute fuck? Highest selling game of 2025, and they're firing a bunch of people from various different studios because the game isn't performing as well as they'd liked. Because, you know, the friggin' player base was like, hey, can we have big maps? Can we have big Battlefield maps? And they said, no, best we can do is like medium-ish, slightly big maps. AI nonsense as well. Yep, there's AI nonsense in the game. Yep. And I think, yeah, just the player base unfortunately has shrunk over time. It just hasn't managed to capture like a big audience. 36,000 in game. 24-hour peak of 50,000. Apparently having 50,000 people play your game daily is not enough. I guess a month ago they had a player peak of 92,000. I think that was the start of the season. Season 2. Like, I like Battlefield 6, but I just don't have the draw to play it. There's a new map that I haven't played yet. What game has 1 million players daily? I guess League of Legends did, probably a long time ago. PUBG, Fortnite, Roblox. Counter-Strike has 1.5 million daily. World of Warcraft, yeah. They put a lot of dev hours into a battle royale mode that no one plays anymore. They asked a lot of streamers to play it, I'll tell you that. They asked me if I wanted to do like a test thing of the new patch. I got invited to an event for Battlefield 6 Season 2's drop. They're like, come play the game. Like, come play the patch early. You can try it out and have fun and let us know what you think. And I was like, is this something that I can stream? And they said, no. And I said, okay, no thank you. Is Marathon doing any better? How's Marathon doing? Like, I genuinely want to try Marathon. Marathon is at 88,000 players. All-time peak, 69,000 24-hour peak. That is not exactly, like, huge numbers for a big shooter from Bungie, right? Like, if we look at Destiny's, probably Destiny 2's Steam hours when it came out, literally 292,000 players played it at launch, including yours truly. I played it at launch. Marathon is basically just Destiny 3. Well, no, because it's a completely different game. One of the worst things about it is that I actually fuck with the aesthetic of Destiny so hard. I really like the visual and the audio, like, presentation of Destiny. Like, I would be a daily player of Destiny if they actually made a good game to have like a thing to do in the game. Like, the actual gameplay is fun. I love the aesthetic. I love the world building. I think it's interesting. But then they just nickel and dime the player base by dropping expensive DLCs every however fucking long, and then I don't know. It's such a cool world and visual fidelity, and I really like the style of the game. I think that's just a good thing, is that fucking Bungie knows how to make really good, satisfying clicking on heads and cool style. Because I really fuck with Marathon as well. But I do not want to play an extraction shooter. I don't want to play an extraction shooter. They send us, like, Sony, they ask us to fill out these forms for Sony, where it's like, are you interested in these games? And then they're like, tell us your ideas of what you would do with these games. And like the first time I had that form, I was like, okay, yeah, sure, I'll fill it out earnestly and I'll give a bunch of ideas about content that I could make. So for example, when Ghost of Yote was coming out, there was a potential for me to do a history lecture about Japanese history as well, leading up to the game coming out, and then also playing Ghost of Tsushima, and then, you know, focusing on the historical background of the game and the franchise. And so they were looking for interesting ideas. So I put a bunch of effort into like the form and presentation that I basically pitched to Sony in this form. Basically, I didn't hear back from any of them. So I put a bunch of effort into it and didn't hear back at all, and said, oh, okay, so this time around when I got the form, I just said, yeah, I'd play that. No, I won't play that. Yeah, I'd play that. No, I won't play that. Yeah, I'd play that. And then it asks for any extra information about what you would do to do it. Just ignored all of it. Just click the boxes, yes, no, yes, no, yes, no, submit. Finished in 2 minutes. Just can't be fucked. Because, like, they ignored my last attempts at, like, actually earnestly engaging with the thing. And I was like, you know what? Maybe I just won't care. Because they didn't care about me putting in a bunch of effort, so I'm not going to bother either. It's one of those things where, you know when you put in a bunch of effort to something, and then it just gets completely disregarded? So, next time the same opportunity comes around, you're like, ah, fuck it. They don't care, so I'm not going to care either. Did I get a marathon? Maybe I did, and I wasn't paying attention. Because I inevitably forget to... Okay, marathon. Maybe if I check to my sponsor email, maybe my thing will... I'll have a copy of Marathon there. I don't know. Because I'm probably going to just have to buy it. Let me check. Marathon is out now. Your code is ready. Hi all, Marathon is officially live. Motherfucker. Guys, it pays to check your emails. Good thing I didn't fucking buy it. He succeeded. Where's my redeem now? Oh wait, there it is. Okay, I've copied it to the clipboard. Okay, I have Marathon. Motherfucker. Good thing I didn't buy it. Oh my god. I bought Super Battle Golf and they sent us codes for that. I bought the game. Maybe I should actually do what they say and say, I'll share it with people who want to play the game. As in friends. It says, here's a few keys for you and your friends to jump in. Maybe I should do that. It's only $10. What's the point of being in a company if you don't have an intern checking your mail for you? Well, this isn't actually through Phase. This is through Key Creators. So obviously, what is it, Mythic? The Mythic agency has obviously been in the news lately. I won't touch any of that. Controversy, I guess. It's not my place to talk about it. But for people who are curious about what's going on. So I'm not in Mythic, even though it might seem like I might be because of the sheer amount of sponsors I have. I'm in a different agency. It's called Key Creators. So that's the sponsor agency that I am signed to at the moment, which is called Key Creators. And why am I not in Mythic? I did get asked about potentially something, but the way I looked at it is that Mythic had 1 billion people in it. And so why be a little fish in a big pond when you can be a big fish in a smaller pond for sponsor offers? And it turns out I made the right decision. Yeah, I'm with Key Creators. It's not The Shine itself. The Shine is our friend group. It's not a corporation. It's not a company. Key Creators is the sponsor agency that I'm signed to. And I think it has worked out quite well for me, at least, is that because I'm not one of 1 billion people in the company, like Mythic obviously had, like, it seemed everyone and their mother signed to it. By being, like, only one of a handful of people at Key Creators, because there's quite a few people, but not, like, anywhere near as many as there were in places like Mythic or whatever, I feel like it's just been a good decision, because it's like, yeah, I stand out a lot better now. now everyone's going to jump ship to Key Creators? I don't think so, because Key Creators is currently Australia only. Well, Australia and New Zealand only. So unless there's a bunch of Aussies in Mythic that would want to join, I don't know. And I also think that helps, is that it is regional. Because obviously a lot of offers happen to be in America or Europe. Maybe Europe, mostly America. But when there are Australian offers, it does feel like, because, you know, Key Creators, I think, is like maybe one of the biggest in Australia, that we do get a lot of opportunities through that. So, yeah. Thankful for that, at least. What is this? Holy! Sorry, I made the mistake of thinking I clicked on the art channel on my Discord. I clicked on the not safe for work art channel by accident. And, yep. Show the class? Nope. I do not want a 3-day holiday on Twitch. Let me check the join log. Oh, there is increased activity on the Discord joining. Oh my god. Guys, I'm seeing in real time who the gooners are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7...